Hey, I'm in a hurry. What's up? Is a culture detective here investigating your favorite movies and TV shows and animes. And I am still packing even though I'm gonna leave in like 3 hours, so I'm kind of fucked. But anyways, I'm gonna do this really fast. These are the movies I've watched in the last 10 days and 11 days, and yeah, I am meaning to catch up with a lot of films because I want to watch a bunch of films before I head to Cannes Film Festival. So to start off, we have School of Rock by Richard Linklater. I've been meaning to see this film for a while now. Everyone's saying it's a masterpiece. Honestly, it's not as good as I hoped it would be. I feel like when it comes to commenting on the education system, Three Idiots does a better job, but it's still a very passionate and fun film, completely carried by Jack Black. He's a national treasure. 8 out of 10. Following that, I watched The Woman Who Left by Lav Diaz. This is a 3 hour and 50-minute long Filipino film, and it is already one of the slower films by this director. And unfortunately, because it's so long, I had to skip around a little bit, especially because I was experiencing a time crunch. But yeah, some shots in this film last 5 to 6 minutes long. But I don't mind how slow it is. I think every time the film is slow, it's asking us, the viewers, to meditate on these feelings of hate and kindness and love and fear. It is a deconstructed revenge thriller, and it is full of wide shots, no music at all. I think it's an interesting artistic choice. The ultimate takeaway I have from this film is that anger begets anger and violence leads to more violence. So maybe be kind instead. 8 out of 10. Then I finally finished watching Orb on the Movements of the Earth. This anime is fucking amazing. One of the most inspiring and compelling animes about beliefs and convictions, about learning and finding the truth under authoritarianism. And this is also one of the most liberal and politically progressive animes I've ever seen, which is a fantastic thing. 9 out of 10. Strong 9. Then I watched Bacurau by Kleber Mendoza Filho, and another person also co-directed it. Anyways, it's a weird mystery film that suddenly turns into crazy action satire by the 50-minute mark. A lot of this film doesn't make sense at all, but it's just dumb fun, and I don't mind it at all. 8 out of 10. Then I watched Oslo August 31st by Joachim Trier. I was originally going to skip around and not watch the whole thing, but I ended up watching the whole thing because I was hooked from beginning to end. This is such a deeply cutting and humane film about depression, and also one of the few films to truly understand what it's like to live with the unbearable weight of meaninglessness, where all social interactions seem aimless and vapid, each location seems joyless, and each action renders into air. The acting is amazing, and the ending is hard-hitting. 9 out of 10. Then I watched Living by Oliver Hermanus. This is a British film and a remake of Kurosawa's Ikiru, which, if you didn't know this, is one of my favorite films ever. First of all, the characters are too freaking posh, man. They sound like, "Father, Mr. Williams, shall I have the pleasure to do this?" And honestly, when everyone sounds like that, I just can't take any of the characters seriously. Not all British people sound like that. In fact, I feel like only a small portion of British people sound like that. So I just didn't really take this that seriously. This film also doesn't have the same heart and soul and genuineness as the original. And I feel like there's not much to add in this film other than the fact that it's British. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Then, in the same day, I watched A Fire, or Rote Himmel, by German director Christian Petzold. This film is surprisingly good. It has a really simple premise, but a damn good script. It has weird love triangles, natural impending doom, and awkward dinner conversations. Such a good film about a pathetic main character. Strong 7 out of 10. Now, last night, I went to the Egyptian theater and watched Afterlife by Kore-eda Hirokazu, and I've been wanting to watch this film for a very long time. I know it's like the last night before I leave for France, but come on, man, Kore-eda is going to be there. And it's so funny because Kore-eda is actually heading over to Cannes as well, so we're both in a hurry. But anyways, this is a masterpiece. I cried. I thought this is one of the greatest films I've ever seen. I think this is one of the greatest films I've ever seen, and it says so much about why we live and what is happiness. I will elaborate more on a separate review. But for now, 10 out of 10. Then, just like half an hour ago, maybe even 15 minutes ago, I finally finished watching We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lynn Ramsey. I actually watched the first half of this film like last week, and then I stopped it because I thought, okay, I'm gonna wait, and if I have extra time, I'll finish off this film. And it's really freaking good. It's an off-kilter, loosely structured film about motherhood and your son being a psychopath. Its loose structure makes me feel like I'm panicking throughout the entire film. And that's the point. I feel like I'm panicking alongside Tilda Swinton's character. This film is so heavy and so dense and so upsetting, yet so moving and graceful and personal at the same time. Beautifully edited. 8 out of 10. So, yeah, these are the movies I watched. I actually plan to watch the entire Adolescence, all 4 episodes. I finished episode 1, and I just do not have the time to watch the rest. I'm sorry. I really don't have time for anything right now. So, yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want more, and I will come back after Cannes Film Festival. Yay!